want to build a DIY Powerwall. I'll show you how to do one. Using these as batteries and these as your inverter, you can build a small DIY Powerwall. Let's get going. Let's talk about the EV West M3. Hey, let's not talk about the EV. How's it going, everyone? Good evening, good night, and good morning because you're probably watching from all over the place here, so it's all times, depending on where you're at. Here in California, it's 6:40 p.m. On Monday night, and we are live. Can everybody hear me? Is everything good? Okay, so first, let's get some stuff off. First, to start with, today is Patron Appreciation Day. Oh man, I haven't tweeted. So I haven't tweeted because I've been super busy. But anyways, if you are my patron, I want to tell you that I am very thankful for all your support. That makes a huge difference. You guys make it possible for me to actually do this. And then also there is about 28 of you who are channel subscribers. Wait, subscribers? No, member, a channel member. And I made a little graph, but of course I couldn't figure out how to put it on here on time. I will have to start doing that next time. I'll put the names there so that you guys can see. Also, I want to thank you guys. You guys are awesome. All your support does not go unnoticed, and it makes a huge difference. And me doing what I do and coming in here and doing these live productions and stuff. There is a lot of updates, and I already see some of your questions here that are kind of related. So let me go down the line here on the updates. How is everyone doing tonight? Where are you guys from? Indonesia, I see, is in the house. Yeah, there's a lot of you. But look, let me look at my notes here. I'm supposed to make a video about these. Okay, first item on the list for updates, Revolt cells. So I know you guys, a lot of you guys bought Revolt cells, and of course it was a group buy on jehusgroupbuy.com, and so we placed that order, and that order was manufactured and then was sent to China's customs offices, and then it was stuck there for a little while. But then eventually they worked out through all the whatever nonsense that they have to do. That was released. I am happy to report to you guys that those cells are now in the US. Of course, they're stuck in the US customs office in San Francisco. I guess there was a discrepancy in the paperwork. One letter was off in the name. I don't know, some dumb thing, right? Like very, very unimportant. And as a result of that, they are gonna have to inspect every single one of the cells. We're talking about like a shipment of like 10,000 cells. That was the first one. The second one is also underway. And so if you order obviously from batch one, I'm sorry, I apologize. We're late with that order, with that shipment. We're expecting that order to be released any day now. I think they said no more than 5 days for them to inspect the cells or the shipment. And then if you're from the first batch and order internationally, then your cells should be on your way to you now, if not delivered. We haven't seen anyone report to us that they've received their thing, but they should be either being delivered as we speak now or en route to you. So that's good news. For the ones here in the States, yeah, it's going to take a little bit longer, a few more days, hopefully, until they release those shipments, and then we can all get them done. Yeah, sorry we're late with that. On batch number 2, I think we're gonna be on time or we're gonna be early on that, right? So we're all gonna, hopefully we're gonna, yeah, most of us, I hope to be early on, so at least so that, you know, one late, one early, maybe they'll cancel each other. I don't know. That's how it works. But anyways, thank you all everybody that has bought those orders, those cells and stuff. Of course, I haven't talked about this, but also the Revolt cells were independently tested by Battery Mooch. John Moochie, I don't know, something like that. I am gonna put a link. I should have put a link here on this thing, but I forgot. I'll put a link once this video posts to his channel. If you're not in our Facebook group, you have to go to our Facebook group. Jehu's. Oh, come on. Where's Jehu's Facebook group? There's a post there as a sticky. It's not a sticky. It's like what is it? It's they're not called sticky. They're called announcements, right? So there's an announcement there where it shows his testing, right? And his testing was very good and was very, look, Aaron Brake, he's one of our subscribers to the channel. Thank you for joining us. He's in the house. So yeah, you got to go check the Battery Mooch's testing of the Revolt cells. You'll be happy to know that they came out looking really good, better than the Samsung 26Fs. They perform better, at least when it comes to power delivery and energy storage too, because they store higher milliamp hours per cells, right? Also, fellow YouTuber Average Joe Williams. I'll also put the link there. He actually just did a video, I think, where he's starting to cycle the cells, right? So I think he's got like 30 cycles in or something like that, and they're like looking good. Of course, we are doing our own cycles on us, and I'm gonna make a separate video showing you the results. We're somewhere around like 160 cycles, and those are looking pretty great. They're looking pretty good, like they're not going to degrade really quickly as many of us feared from the Chinese, right? But of course, I knew that they were good quality cells, or else I wouldn't have, pushed them down to you guys, right? So those are really good. Let's see what else. Second batch will be on time. PCBs, guys. The PCB were a version 1.3. Woo! And by the way, if you order from my website, Jehu's Group Buy, you will get the black ones. These are the cheapest ones, right? Like the green one, you don't get charged extra, so that's why most of them you're gonna see them as green, because it's the cheapest way to get them. But if you start getting fancy, I think this is like an extra $10 or something to get them. So I think for the ones on the site, you will get black ones. And the only difference between version 1.2 and 1.3 is the fact that now, there was a fix in one of the pins that was disconnected, but it was no big deal because it's an unused pin at this point. But the other thing is that now we'll be able to repair if you burn any of the trace fuses, right? So that's happened, and you can do that by a number of things, like shorting out, the cables, or putting cells that are too different in state of charge, right? So of course, I haven't made the final video of these where I give very specific instructions as to what are the best practices, how to load the cells on, and then how to connect them together. So a lot of you guys are kind of making that mistake, but now you'll be able to kind of fix that by being able to repair, jump the fuses. So those are good. There also have been 2 batches of those. Wait, 2 batches? 1 batch of those sold, and they are here. They're actually going to be, I think, a few of those have been shipped already, and I think all of those, it's a first batch of like 1,000 of these PCBs. They're gonna be out 100% all out en route to you guys by tomorrow. Then the next batch is going to open up either tomorrow or the next day, right? They're definitely going to be available for Black Friday, and I think we're gonna have special pricing for Black Friday for those, and so we will have those going on your on way to you guys, so you guys can build. what is your website? So my website is jehusgroupbuy.com. That's the website right now that we're using to do the thing. And I'm sorry I'm not reading your messages. I'll get to those right now. You have something important to say, make sure to repost it once I start looking, because I'm not going to be able to go back to all the stuff that you guys are saying right now. So that's our PCBs. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of hoops that we've been having to jump through to get this thing off the ground. Let me tell you, there was, for example, a flooding. We had all these packages ready to be shipped to you guys, and my partner stepped out to the bank or something, came back. There's 2 inches of water. All our shipping supplies were completely ruined. Luckily the stock was out of the floor, and he lost his passports. It was crazy, right? So we had to go and get some more shipping supplies, but luckily, half of those are out today, and then the other half are going to be out tomorrow. So now let's talk about the LG and the Panasonics. If you guys bought LG and Panasonics, that was also another ordeal that we had to go through. The seller completely screwed us over in that deal. So this is a guy that I had been selling batteries for a while, and everything had gone smoothly. The only problem is that he wasn't paying me any commissions. It had been months and months, and I hadn't received a cent of commissions. And so for this time around, what I did was process the orders through us, and then we were going to hold the money, and then we're going to take my commission off of there and then pass them on to you guys, right? And then have him ship the thing, and then I was going to pay him. Well, that didn't work out very good. From the very beginning, he started complaining, and basically he said that he wasn't going to make money on shipping. So I was like, what do you mean shipping? So as it turns out, he was trying to make money off of shipping, like overcharge you guys, $40 or $50 a package or whatever, and he was going to pay like $6 or something to ship it. And I'm like, no, that's not a good thing. That's, you shouldn't be trying to make money off of shipping out of my customers. That's just kind of shady, right? And so he didn't like that, and so our negotiations just degraded to the point where now a few of you guys are receiving boxes that are either empty or are like with 3 cells. So instead of shipping the orders, he shipped out empty boxes or nearly empty boxes, right? And a note to try to undercut me. So as a result of that, unfortunately, we had to just refund every single one of those orders. And, moving forward, we're not going to do business with that guy anymore. And I'm sorry for that. I got to apologize. It's my job to try to shield you guys from any people, unscrupulous people that will try to, not do the end of their deal, right? So as a result of that, all of you guys should already have all your money. I think a few of you guys are still gonna sell empty boxes with a note that says you shouldn't buy from Jehu, you should buy from me instead. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. It's a terrible deal that happened, but we're moving forward. Luckily, there wasn't a lot of you guys that were involved there. I think there's about 30 of you guys. And so moving forward, I think if for any of you that order Panasonics, we do have another source that is much more legit, right? So through EV West, we're gonna sell those. They are actually on our way here to San Diego. It's like over 100,000 cells, right? So we will be able to offer those probably on discount for Black Friday. That's our aim, right? So we're gonna be able to have those, and not only those, but they're also going to be Sony BTC6 in large quantities. I know those are not the greatest for Powerwalls, and I think all the people that want to build like electric cars or e-bikes or any application that you need high power off of them, you're gonna be interested in those. And so we're gonna be offering in them in like small batches for all the vapors, because I know those are like the main market for those. But also, probably we're gonna set them so that we can offer in large, in a box of 100, and give you guys a break on those. So anyways, that was refunded the money for the Panasonics, I will honor that same price from this new batch, right? We just have to wait till next week or till Thursday this week when they go on sale. Just let us know that you were one of the original ones that had ordered that stuff, and then you know, we'll process a new order out of this batch, and then those are gonna be on the way to you guys, and then that's good. Also, yeah, so also we're gonna have some other good things for Black Friday, so stay tuned for that. You know, we're gonna be able to offer stuff at a very good price. Okay, so with that out of the way, let's see what you guys are all doing and what you guys are about. Let's will the Black Friday PCBs ship to the UK? Yes, the PCBs, we can ship them all over the world because those are not hazardous materials, so those are good. I mean, I think there's a few countries that they're problematic or something, like the companies just won't ship, you know. I don't know. But I think if you're like, yeah, in the UK, definitely we'll be able to get them. And I think we're secured some really good deals in the shipping side of things. So they definitely won't cost a ton of money to ship those there. I think we're in good. It's just it took a little while. We thought, you know, we're always a little bit like what's the opposite of pessimistic? Optimistic, right? On the timelines and stuff, right? It helps to be optimistic, an optimistic view on things. But sometimes, you know, it gets the best off you, because then you're like, oh my God, we thought it was gonna be 2 weeks to get this whole process, and now we're on week 4, you know. And so I think that we're learning a lot. It's a steep learning curve. It's like a lot of red tape to go through just to get this thing off the ground. But I think we're very well on our way. This is only our 4th week doing this, right? Like setting up this website and trying to actually ship batteries and make products and stuff. Also, another one of the updates is that the BMS board it's under development now. We have a rough sketch of the board and what's going to look like, and you're going to be able to use about 15 boards. For every 15 boards, you'll be able to load up a breakout board or a BMS board, where then the output on the connector will go through about 3 BMS units that will be able to parallel here for redundancy, and also to be able to carry enough current. And so those are on their way. That's the final thing that we need for the PCB, so that we can have a complete system that just works. You can put on boxes, you can make smaller stuff. So it's gonna be really good. We're on our way here. Oh yeah, so here we go. Show. Yeah, so let's see what are your questions. What are you guys saying? Because I haven't read. Just got my inverter today, CV Productions. That's cool. About that on the forum, but I can't post a link to the forum. PCBs cost $40 in tax on top of shipping to UK for 3P. I don't know about the numbers out of the top of my head. It's not his forum. Let's see. Just cheap Chinese one? Oh, that's what you're talking about, I think. I'm pretty new to this channel. I want to build a 24-volt pack. Is 7S a better configuration than 6S? Yeah, 7S fits much better to the legacy equipment. So equipment that is made for lead-acid batteries or other 24 volts. So yeah, 7S will work better within that range. That's why I went with 7S. 6S, some equipment might not work. You'll have to get some specialized stuff. I say I'll be banned. What are you talking about, Christian? Thank you for the help. Only 200 watts for ultra portable setup. Oh yeah, so the picture of this video, of this live chat, is a project that I'm currently working for Tom from batteryhookups.com. I was supposed to release that today, but then, you know, I had to come and do this thing because this is the Friday. But I think tomorrow, I'm almost there. It's a very easy project to get done. I think the thing that took me the longest is to get the parts. I got enough parts. You know, it's like you order a bunch of parts, you hope that some are gonna work, and then they don't work, and then you have to order more, and then you're like out waiting 2 days for parts. But once I give you guys the list of all the parts that you need and the number of them, then you can just order them. You'll be able to make them, and it's going to be a very compelling, somewhat large format you know, solar generator or emergency kind of generator thing or whatever. So that's going to be good. Bought 500 pounds of laptop batteries this afternoon. All name brands. So excited, ripping sales right now. All because of you. All right, Dylan. It's fun. It's fun right until, like, you know, I don't know, I say 100 packs. Then you're like, oh my God, what did I get myself into? Island Times is in the house. Thank you, Island. Thanks for all your work. Can I buy the PCB and batteries from Jehu Group through eBay? No, we don't have them on eBay yet. We might, maybe in the future we'll put them there. What's the problem? You can't buy them on our website. Portable electric vehicles on the house. How's it going, man? How's New York? Is it cold? I need 118,650 for a trolling motor. Do I need a BMS or just a balancer? I mean, depends. Depends if you, I mean, if you're asking, you probably do. Because that means you don't understand that much about batteries or enough about batteries to use them without a BMS and a balancer. Yeah, so I would probably be, yeah, you just get a BMS, you know, like there are BMSs that can put out whatever your motor can pull, and then, yeah, you use them there. What voltage? You're probably at 12 volts, right? So that's going to be kind of weird because these batteries don't make that good of these volts, 12 volts. I use 2 PCV in series times 10 parallel for 48 volt for my installation. 48 volts. Sinusoidal wave. That's cool. Are you have already your setup working? Post on our on a thing, man. Jehu, please correct the fuse wire link below the video. The link sends you to 1/4 inch water resistors. Oh yes. Okay. Yeah, I heard that a couple times. I will have to change that. I guess so the seller used to offer both, and I guess now, well, they sold out on the on the 1.8 watt ones because everybody's clicking on it. So I'll have to change it. Except that I don't even know which video you're talking about, and I tried to do it once, and I'm like, I have 600 videos. Which one is it? You know, and I think I found some and I changed them, but it's one of those links that is posted in like a lot of the videos. So yeah, if you know of a specific video that has that link and it's incorrect, please send me a link to it, or tell me, you know, the name of the video, and then I can go and look for that and then check it. Revolt status, order status. Yes, so they're in the U.S. I think within, well, that was yesterday, so they said no more than 5 days. So I'm thinking within the next 3 days they will be released, and then they will be on their way to you guys. We're you know, we're crossing our fingers that they're not gonna take much longer than that. But yeah, basically that every bump in the road that they could possibly get, they did, right? They were stuck at China's customs, and then they shipped, and they got stuck in, you know, the U.S. customs things. But now, hopefully, they're gonna be released. And I think maybe, I'm hoping that for batch 2, that's not gonna be the case. And then for batch 3, we're hoping that, well, it's going to be different because that one we're going to ship it through sea, which is going to take longer, but it's hopefully going to be a bigger batch. And so even if it gets stuck there or whatever, once it arrives here, it's going to be enough to fulfill whatever orders we have pending, plus then now have in stock. And then as soon as, you know, we feel that we need to order, we can calculate or whatever, predict how long it's going to take, then it's going to go. Oh, by the way, this is Kona. This is my nephew's dog. We are taking care of her for a while. She doesn't quite like the kids over there, my other dogs, so we're kind of keeping them separately, right? So she's in this room with me today, right? And then the other dog's over there on the other side. We'll bring her. I don't want her to spend all day by herself, so, you know, I'm going to have to cycle the dogs, like bring the other dogs in here, and we're doing the shuffle, that sort of stuff. Let's see. Let's see. What are you guys saying? What is the purpose of the PCB? To put batteries together and build big battery packs. You want to go into the garage? Let's go into the garage. Come on. Come on, let's go. You want to lay down over there in the bed? Okay. Alright, there's the door. I don't think I'm going to bring the other dogs. A little peace and quiet. Any ideas on making this EMP proof? Or any ideas for a good Faraday cage? Huh, that's an interesting one. Not really. Is the BMS built on the PCB? So no, the PCBs don't have BMS. There will be a dedicated PCB with a BMS attached to it, or that you'll be able to solder on top of it, right? And then that's gonna serve as that. So yeah, this is the link. But where is that link in which videos? Because see, then the thing is that it's in every video. Well, and it's not in the new videos. I don't have it. Can I? Let's see. It's... Oh, are you saying the one... Oh yeah, there are in this video. Oh, you guys are right. It's in the frequently asked questions. Look at that. Those are quarter watt. You're right. Huh. You guys are completely right. I will have to change that. I think this is probably a new problem. I think there was an original one that there was the same thing was happening, and then I changed it, and then I made this one, and then the same thing is happening on this one. Oh my God. So it's either like whatever happens is that I end up putting links and they either sold out, or in this case they changed to like, you know, a variation of that product, you know. So it's an ongoing thing. Unfortunately, you guys order a lot of stuff. So it sells out the sellers, right? Because we're like pinpoint at that thing in there. I'll change that. I'll go through those and change it on the, at the very least on the place where it keeps them posting on the new video. Like this video is gonna have it, so every video that I put is like it's included in that thing. All right, let's see. I think there's a find and replace for YouTube descriptions. Well, I think there's I know I use the defaults, right? So the defaults are there, but the defaults don't work on older videos. It only works on newer ones. For a 15-volt max inverter, could I use a 3.7 volt lithium ion battery 4S? Yeah, you just won't be able to charge it all the way to 4.2, right? Or even 4, because 4 times 4 is 16. So the problem is that you're gonna have to only charge your batteries to like 70% or something of their capacity, right? So if you have a 2 amp hour cell, well, you're only gonna be able to use 70% of that, right? Because you won't be able to charge it all the way up. So, you know, you could do it. It's just, and if you go over that, and if you charge the cell, you know, past that point, then the inverter won't work because it's going to give you the high, you know, high voltage error thing, you know. So that's the thing. 300 viewers. Is that what we have? Woo, look at that. 300 viewers tonight. Yeah, you guys like this earlier time, definitely. Let's see. You can do the PCB 1.5 kilowatt. Are they black or green? If on the website on Jay's, yeah, they're gonna be black. Yeah, I think all of the ones that my partner's ordering, they're black. So they're these guys right here. It's not that big of difference, right? I think, you know, once you put the holders and stuff, you hardly ever see what color it is. Like there's that thing right there, like you can't tell what the color of those PCBs are, right? Although that's the earlier, that's not the earlier version, that's this version. So you basically only end up seeing like this little strip right here with little dots or little squares of color. Yeah, they're black. Can we design a single board that combines BMS and the charge-discharge circuits? Yeah, you can do it. I think it's just it's not economically feasible to do that, right? Because we got a lot of people that are using systems. You know, you take that little box there, that's got like almost 80 boards, 78 boards, right? So to get enough components in there, and then you don't need them. You can use them. You know, not every single string of cells needs to be BMS. You can do 10, you know, sets of boards and then BMS that, or you like what I'm doing. Mine will support the design that I'm doing will support up to 15 boards, right, and still be able to output the, you know, continuous, the maximum, the continuous use out of it. So, yeah. Hi Jeho, I need 130 pieces of the Revolt, 2600 milliamp hours. What's it saying? Do you ship to India or else? How do I procure directly from the manufacturer? You know what? Yeah, you might be able to order them. I don't know. I'll have to ask if the website will accept your order. I think our manufacturers in China will be able to ship those directly to you in India. We'll have to send us an email on that email on the website, right? I don't get those emails, but I have now partners that look through those, and then, you know, they know better about this here, right? So, because I'm focusing on the marketing and the engineering side of things, right? So the order fulfillment and all that stuff, you know, that's somebody else, but we can find out for you. Do send us an email there. Gabriel Lima. Hey Jehu, I'm from Brazil. I like your videos. Thanks. The perfect channel. Sorry about my English. Hey, your English is pretty good. You call this a perfect channel. This is good. I don't see a problem. Let's see. How would you wire a BMS to a 4S 4-piece setup? Just follow the instructions on the BMS. There are a lot of Chinese cheap BMSs that don't come with instructions, I think. But yeah, you'll have to take... So you group every 4 cells, parallel cells, that's one cell, right? So then you just treat that as one cell, and then you just connect all the balance leads that go through it, you know? Yeah, you'll have to look at like a generic BMS wiring diagram if the unit that you end up buying doesn't have one, right? It's pretty simple. It's no big deal. If you're concerned about a Faraday cage, you could do that, but you would have to build it around all the attached electronics, BMS. Yeah. How many PCBs will be available on Black Friday? I want to say maybe 1,000 of them or more. I want to say maybe 1,000 of them. Yeah. But I guess I could ask. I know we order and we just receive a big order. I don't know how many of those are sold, or, you know. Yeah. I think it's like 1,000 or less. What would be the pros and cons of pouch cells batteries from Tom in an EV application? Shout out to Barbados. Beal map. The pros is that they can put out a ton of power, right? Those are like 25C cells. Right? So you can have a 1 kilowatt pack that can put out like almost 25 kilowatt output. The problem is that in the pouch cell, they're kind of hard to, like, you know, deal with the connections and stuff. Also, they have to be compressed. If you don't compress them, then when you load them up to 25 Cs, right? If you load them up hard, then they tend to want to, like, inflate, right? Separate or whatever. Expand. So you have to, you know, compress them so they prevent the expansion. The other bad thing about those is that energy density is not that great. right? So they're not the smallest, lightest batteries. You could do better if you just use like 18650s. For the square area and volume or whatever, you can do much better. But the power density is great. So in a vehicle, it will allow you to have like a little battery pack and get full power off of it, right? But also at the same thing, they're bad because on a vehicle you want to have the range, so you want to have the best energy density. So it just depends, what you're looking for and what your budget is. They're gonna be cheap. I think they're like about $5 each, those cells, and they're 8 amp hour cells. So they're a good price for them. Richard Santana says, are you planning on putting up a video on all the equipment you need to test batteries, spot weld them, thermal inspections? Yeah, go check out kit.com /Jehu. I have a list of the things that I use. I have done a lot of videos on a lot of that equipment separately, right? I haven't done one where like I specify. Maybe I'll do one for this Black Friday. I want to do a Black Friday video to just let you, because that's when the deals are at and stuff. By the way, the last link that I gave you guys, I found out that those chargers that we use were on special, like 40% off or something. You guys bought like, I want to say 250 of them, in a few days. I think you're still buying a bunch of them. So I think that link still works, that special. So if you go in this channel right here, on the community tab, you'll be able to find that. And I think if you're on our Facebook group, then you'll be able to get it over there. Oh, let's see. I have a message from Daniel. Let's see. All right. So this is Sparta. Are you planning? Let's see. Richard Josh, I gotta answer his question. He's a channel member. Yeah, that's that right? Yeah, that's a channel member. I gotta put this other here because I kinda need to check that I'm live. There we go. If I can see myself there. Oh, that's not a question for me. That's for him. Have a look up here. I'm in Berkeley. Is it possible to do a smaller version of a battery, such as 10S2P? Love your content. Yes, you could always do a 10S2P. I don't understand in what context that is. What do you mean? Why wouldn't you be able to build a smaller battery pack? Can I borrow your PCB design and mod it to include BMS functions? Yes, Ryan, you can go and download the Gerber files, and I think also the working files for the Eagle files, right? So yeah, just go to my kit.com /Jehu, and then into the PCB project thing, and there's links right there to all the working files. It's an open source project. You guys can download them. You guys can order those things there. Change it however you want. There's a lot of stuff. There's another guy that is doing a balancing BMS board using like I think he's using like relays and stuff. I haven't really paid too much attention to it, but it looks cool. And I put it up there. It's right now the main picture on our group, on our Facebook group. By the way, I keep saying my Facebook group. If you're not in our Facebook group, you need to be going into our Facebook group. There's a lot of stuff happening over there. Right? There we go. There's a link there. What's your price for a single board version 1.3? Oh, I don't know. You'll have to look in our website. I don't know off the top of my head. Sorry. And I don't. Oh, we do sell them by singles. Yeah, go look at jehugroupbuy.com, and then there's singles. I think they're off right now, but I think we're gonna put them back on soon, either tomorrow or the day after. I just got 100 from Line Hookup. What do you think about them, Jehu? What are you talking about? Which ones? I don't know. Yeah, what are you talking about? What did you get from? Hi, please mention big issue with your Georgia supplier. I bought 100 Panasonic cells and the guy sent me 3 samples and mouth Jehu. Then asked to buy him from him. Daniel Russ, your assistant was. Yeah, I talked about this a little bit earlier. Yeah, it turns out he was doing a lot of shady stuff like sending boxes, empty boxes or nearly empty boxes to you guys and then trying to undercut us, right? Unfortunately, you can't. Yeah, I should have known. So we kind of mitigated the problem by keeping just a small number of orders, right? And then we're like, okay, fulfill them. Here are the labels, And then he wasn't down with that, right? Because he wanted to gouge you guys for shipping. He wanted to make money off of shipping, right? So he wanted to say like, well, the batteries are they're cheap. This is the price of the battery. But then in reality, he was trying to like, get more money off of you by telling you that the shipping was more, which is just kind of dishonest marketing scheme that people do, right? And we're not down with that. I actually did not know that that's what he was doing because he was processing all the orders on his own. So now that I was, I don't know. My feeling is that guy was never going to pay me for commissions. It'd been months and months since I've sold batteries for him, right? And he's been accepting the orders, and so I have no way to know how many batteries he's sold. He's probably sold 50,000 batteries, $50,000 worth of batteries, and he owes me a lot of money. I don't know. There's no way for me to like check, and our negotiations with him just degraded really quickly when he refused to ship a small number of cells orders to you guys, and then now we're finding out that not only did he refuse to ship the orders with the batteries, but he just sent 3 cells and he was trying to promote himself or whatever. That's not that's not the right way to go about this. So we've cut ties. I think we're gonna just pay him off and then like never sell batteries from him again, never have any business with him, because it's we're legit. I work really hard to gain your guys' trust, and he made me look really shady with all of you guys, or at least 30 of you guys, right? So I apologize for that. I should be doing a better job for that, but this one kind of came out of nowhere, and so we learn from this thing. We move on from here on. Of course, for used cells, I think I'm gonna promote batteryhookups.com, right? That's gonna be our website for pushing used batteries. Then I'm gonna concentrate on getting new batteries from China, right? Testing them, getting the ones that are good from there and affordable and stuff. And then then at some EV West, I think we're gonna do those used ones because EV West is a legitimate business. They they definitely won't do any shenanigans, and they'll have all the stock there ready to go, and I think it's a really good price. I mean, they're brand new cells, never used before. They come out of a bankruptcy, so they are going to be really good, and there's some inbound too. So there's, if you're working on a large project and you want to buy a lot of batteries that are name brand, and you don't want to pay top dollar for them, I think this is probably one of like few opportunities that you can do that, right? BTC 6s are among the most like forged battery packs, right? Battery cells. So yeah, you can't really like find them easily. The price, like if you look right now in Google, Sony BTC 6, it's like the prices go all over the place, right? But these are coming straight from the Sony factory, and they come in factory packaging. We will share pictures with you, and there's in large amounts. There's pallets of them. So we will be able to offer those to you guys, and will be great. They will be great. Okay, so here we go. Oh, thank you, Dylan Christensen. Thank you for the $10 there. So here we go. Oh, how do I turn that off? Oh, man. Oh, there we go. That's what you do. Very fast in reply and said he will process my refund. Oh yeah. So at this point, all those orders should be refunded. Definitely, yeah. We don't want to hold your money. We tried our best. We pleaded with the guy to ship the orders, and he didn't. And so, well, there's not much else we can do now. Is this your final configuration on the PCB blackboard? I mean, for the time being, I think I'm always gonna be open to any good mods, right? That will come. If I get an idea, I will implement it. If an idea comes from outside, because it's an open source project, yeah, I will implement it. Also, it will be all right. But I think for the time being, yeah, I think it's gonna work. I think we're gonna be testing large units. And if we see a problem or whatever, then we will probably address it and change a thing here and there. But I think as a big, it's a big thing. I think, yeah, it's just most likely it's like 95% there, right? So we'll be good. Let's see here. Tebrosta, I unfortunately was one of the 30 that got screwed out of the Panasonics. Do you have any recommendations on where I can source some high milliamp hour, high drain 1864? So the good news, Tebrosta, is that the EV West deal is the exact same cell, except these are brand new. They've never been spot welded or anything. The only catch on those is that they won't have, they're bare cells, so they won't have okay, hold on. Ooh. Let's see here. Where is that? Yeah, so they'll look like this, right? They won't have the wrapper, right? But we will be able to, I think, show you, they will come in the factory packaging, so you will be able to see and verify that they are legit Panasonic 18650, NCR 18650 DBs or whatever, and Sony BTC 6s. And so, yeah, if you guys want those cells, yeah, you just have to wait till next week. I think on Thursday we're gonna put them up, so they will be available for Black Friday. So it's gonna be good. Isidro Murillo says, "What's up? What's up?" Ruben Salazar, he's another one of our members here. Almost missed it again. No, man, why are you trying to miss it? Did Tom ever mentalize after we tried wreck your group? Yes, me and Tom are good. He actually was here for the last 2 days, 3 days. So not yesterday, but the day before. Yeah, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Wait, Friday and Saturday? Actually, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday he was here. And we talked a lot. We put some stuff on the table. Me and Tom are going to be working together for a long time, I think. He's a good guy. None of us are perfect, I think. Yeah, we both made mistakes and stuff, but, nothing serious, I think, nothing that we can't get past and stuff. Yeah, me and Tom, we're going to be working much closer together moving forward here pretty soon. And so it's going to be good. We're going to be able to make a lot of batteries available to you guys. There's a whole lot of good stuff coming from his side. So it's going to be good. Do you have a video explaining in depth the different kinds of inverters and their issues with power walls? I don't. So I actually don't have a huge amount of experience using inverters from large battery walls, right? Because my power wall is not that big. It's just that thing, and I've been really concentrating on the battery side of things, right? So, I think moving forward this year is when I really start gaining some experience in that. Testing some. Like I have some larger inverters now, right? I have like a 6,000 watt inverter there that I'm going to use to test some of these power walls. I have this one here's a 2,000 watt inverter that I'm going to use for this solar generator, and so then that's going to be good. So yeah, I think moving forward from here on, I'm going to gain much more experience, and I'll be able to make that video. As of right now, a lot of you guys know more about the subject than me. So, yeah, I still have a lot to learn. I'm not, I'm just a guy. I'm not, I'm not an expert here. Good evening, Mark says. Mark Severland, welcome. What is good internal resistance? Is 130 or lower better, or should it be higher? Yeah, so lower resistance is better. 130 is kind of on the high side, but if not for a power wall application where you're only going to be charging and discharging the batteries really slow, it's not a big deal. I think it's not a huge deal, right? But it is kind of an indication that maybe the battery is, degraded past a point, I mean, no, not really. There are some of the high capacity cells that have a higher internal resistance from the get-go, right? Because they're optimized to hold a lot of energy. They're not optimized to like push energy fast, deliver fast. And so I wouldn't worry too much. I think as long as you know the cell is capable of giving you the energy at the rate at which you want it to, right? If your power wall is going to have 100 cells in parallel and you're only going to ask enough power, I don't know, 10 amps or 20 amps or something off of those, then each cell is only going to see a tiny amount. And if you're not going to go above the level that your battery starts heating up a lot, right, and wasting a lot of energy, and then possibly drifting from the other, from the other packs, you'll be fine, right? So it can get a little bit complicated with numbers, I think, but also you just keep in mind you gotta try to match your cells as closely as possible, right? So each individual group, if you want to have some weak cells in there and then some strong cells, you just gotta make sure that the combined output power of your groups of cells are closely matched. You don't want one really strong group, competing with a, weak group, because then that's going to cause problems. So you can use all kinds of cells in one battery pack, but they just have to be distributed evenly on that battery pack, and you'll be fine. Is there going to be a 10S board? No, 10S board is kind of a weird voltage. 10S is 36 volts, and there's not a lot of equipment for power walls that use 36, right? That's more for like, skateboards and, sort of like that, like e-bikes and stuff. Because this is a power wall board, PCB board, and I have no plans currently to do that. Like, I don't know what these holders will do on their vibrations for a vehicle. We'll probably do some videos about that, and so put it to the test and stuff. But until that happens, it's not gonna be. Went to the website, a single board, and the website only showed sold out, no price. Oh, it doesn't show price. Okay, you'll have to wait until we put it back on, I guess. Again, like I said, I think they're gonna go back like tomorrow or the day after, but they're definitely gonna be available for Black Friday. A 7-board PCB kit ready to build is also showing sold out, no price. Yeah, I think what the problem was that we were getting too many orders, and we were like kind of scared to make people wait a long time ago, right? Like long, and so we turned them off, until we can like have like tracking on the batch that we order, and like, oh, now we have tracking, let's turn it on, so now we know that they're gonna be here and stuff. Just because they're coming all the way from China, right? All those parts, and it takes a while. But definitely we know that we're gonna get some stock. We're gonna have some stock for Black Friday. So just look on Black Friday. Besides, I think on Black Friday the price are gonna be lower. There's gonna be a sale, so it's gonna be good. I almost missed 2 broadcast time. So I usually go later at around 8, right? But this time around, because last week we had a good turnout. A lot of you guys showed up, you know? What are we doing right now? 300. Yeah, so 300 is better than usual. Usually I hover around 200, 250 people. So there's like another 50 of you guys that can show up if I'm a little bit earlier. So that's good. Can you, Jay Garcia, show how you would create a battery pack for a skateboard? E-skateboard. Do I have a video? Well, I do have one, but it doesn't show it very well. Yeah, definitely. Maybe I'll do one with these VTC6s cells that we're gonna get on Thursday, right? These are the really good cells that are high capacity, right? 3,000 milliamp hours, but they can do 15 amps each. So I'll make a video with those. I have a board here that it's midway done. The only thing that I have to do is finish the battery. I was gonna use those 21700s, but what's the problem? The problem is that you can't buy them. You can't. They're really expensive. That's like, they came out to be like almost $300 worth of batteries, right? And it's not a compelling thing. I thought, well, the marketing thing, people will watch this video and it'll rank good just because of the 21700 cells. These are the new ones. But that's great. If a lot of people watch my video, it's great. But if not a lot of you can build it, right, then that's not that great. So maybe I'll do that with these VTC6s. It'll be a good, you know, a good application for them, because those are good stuff. All right, I'm gonna fast forward a little bit so that Ricardo says, hey Jehu, thinking of building an electric boat out of my 35-foot Sea Ray. Planning on putting a huge reel on the back that I could unroll into the water with solar panels. What solar cell should I use? Well, I mean, if you're gonna unroll, that means you want to use some of those like flexible or semi-flexible, and definitely, you know, weather resistant. Well, most of them are weather resistant, right? Yeah, you probably want to use like roll-up ones, like flexible ones. It's because they're not heavy, they're not made with glass, so you want break them and stuff. The problem with those is that they're kind of expensive and they're not the most, you know, they're not the best, the most efficient ones. So you'll have to do that, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, I love that t-shirt. Thank you, Lou. That's awesome. Let's see. Blown up anything lately? No, I haven't had a chance to. I've been so busy trying to get these cells out. Oh my God, these lights keep turning off. What's going on? Turn on the lights. Turn on the lights, turn on the fan. The fan is loud. Okay. Early, it's 11:35 p.m. We said yes. Well, here in California, it's only 6 p.m., right? Well, 7:37 right now, but I started at 6:30. I want to build a skateboard bike. Should I use 18650s or 21700s? Well, it depends. If you want the most affordable battery pack, use 18650s. If you want the most energy dense pack, the smallest pack, right, then 21700s. Richard just says, I became a bird charger and ran across a trash one. I open up the battery compartment and it has 30 cells, 36 volts, 3P10S. Yep. Yeah, usually the scooters and the thing are 30S. Were they Panasonic cells or these purple LG cells, Richard? You know, that's another reason why I think I don't want to keep selling those batteries. Like, There's a lot of chatter among you guys in the comments that those cells come from the Bird scooters, right? And I actually had one guy from Bird contacted me, and he was talking about batteries and stuff. And then I told him to send me send me a picture of the battery for one of these scooters. And he sent me a battery, and I'm like, oh my god, these are the exact same ones that I've been sent, and that's where these other batteries are coming out. So I'm like, oh, where are they getting them from? Where are you getting thousands of these batteries that come from packs out of Bird scooters? I don't know. I guess maybe there's a legitimate way you can buy them, but I don't know. I think there's also a good chance that they're probably a lot of people are picking them up the streets, taking them apart, and then selling the batteries, right? So, yeah, I don't think I want to be involved in that. I don't think I want to be involved with any cells that could potentially be, out of stolen Bird scooters. So, the guy that I talked to and the guy that sent me pictures is in San Diego, and then I was told that these batteries also come from some deal in San Diego. So I don't know. I can't say for sure, but there's a lot of there's a lot of like things that point to that way, right? So whatever. I don't want to be involved in that. I'm not gonna sell those anymore. I'll just sell the ones from EV West, because EV West is a legit business. They'll be able to prove where they bought the batteries from, and then that way, we don't get in trouble. We don't get in trouble with the law for selling stuff that we're not supposed to be selling. Can you make the boards 4.2 7p each, so we can series them to whatever voltage we want, like 10S 7p? Yeah, so that has been a question that's been popping. Oh, there's popped up before, and yeah, very easily we can make a PCV version that is 7S or 7p. Will I do it? Yeah, I could do it. I think once we're like set on this design and we got it all figured out, I think I'll do it. Right, but until then, I think my focus and efforts are to finalizing that system right now, and so we will be fine. So that we can LG. I took a photo. Oh, there we go, Richard. So yeah, I was wondering too. Blah blah. LG. Yeah, are they the purple ones? Were they purple? Chinese scooter repair. Best spot welder for price. Blew my soldering iron making sense. So I have one. Go to kit.com/Jehu. I have the Sunco one that I use there. It's okay if you're gonna use the like fuse wire, like I don't know, like legs out of resistors or stuff, or any other fuse wire. It's good enough for that. I think if you're gonna use it with like nickel strips, I think it's kind of weak. So yeah, but it's really cheap. I think it's like under $200 or something. So so Richard, let me ask you this. Yeah, the purple ones. Yep. So let me ask you this. When you charge the scooters, well, you can't put them back out there until 4 a.m. or something, right? Or 5 a.m. They give you a time. Would it make sense to like build a battery that you can use to like charge all those scooters out there? You don't have to bring them back home. You can just like fast charge them out there, or not really. It just wouldn't work. The Bird scooters are made by Xiaomi in China. Yep, that's what I hear. Let's see. All right, no more questions. What's going on here? 4 to 7. Oh, so 4 to 7. So you have to do the thing. Oh, that's crazy. Are we? Yeah, we're still online, right? Yeah. Well, so that, yeah, I mean, that's cool. I just thought it would be cool to get like all those scooters and then plug them in while you're driving around looking for more. And then by the time you make your round or whatever, then you can start dropping them off, right? Because they're charged. Because you can fast charge those, I think. I think the port, well, yeah, I think the port there has, oh, it's not directly to the batteries, through the BMS. So I guess whatever the BMS will allow you to charge as fast or something. I charge them off a battery which I charge by solar. Oh, there you go. So you're kind of doing that. Do you have an update on the solar panel? So no, my solar panel, my solar system is doing great. It did about 100 kilowatt, no, 100, yeah. What was it? Yeah, 100 kilowatt hours in a month, which turned out to be around $66 or something like that. Of course, we're seeing less and less sun, so it's less and less, right? But I think at the end of the year, it's going to be, you know, about $600 or something, $600, which my system's only like 1,200 or 1,500. To 1,500, I think was that. So about 2.25 years, and we will be, you know, return on investment on that. So it'll be paid off, and then after that, which is, you know, it's money that I'm saving and stuff, or money that I'm making. What do we do with the dented cells? Yeah, I guess you gotta. I would discard of them because they're just too dangerous, you know. Yeah, they could just go any time because, you know, basically, yeah, the structure of the cells is being compromised and stuff. So, yeah, I would put them in a bucket. You know, once you have a bucket full, then you would like send them, go to like Home Depot or whatever. They have a place like a bin where you can put like, you know, lithium batteries there, right? And then those lithium batteries, then they end up in the big like a recycler stuff. You know, Tom will get a bucket full of dead cells, unfortunately, and then he'll have to. But the thing is that Tom knows how to deal with that, right? He's got a deal with the refinery, so then, you know, send stuff that, because he has to get rid of a lot of dead cells, right? He's got like big buckets, big, you know, big gaylords full of batteries that are completely dead, and so then they take them over there, and then they melt them, and then that's how they get back the raw materials off of them and stuff. The flexible, okay. I plan on open an energy storage business in Africa. Any advices? Well, it's hard to say. I don't know what that means. Energy storage business. Yeah, what, like, I don't know. You'll have to elaborate more on that. Shows more on the solar generator. Yeah, you'll have to stay tuned. I'm like so close to finishing that video. I'll put a, that's going to be up tomorrow by the latest. I thought it was going to be today, the latest, but then, you know, I didn't do a good job finishing it off today. Jay would like to send you a photo of my little 24-volt solar power pack with inverter. Yeah, do it. Jack35.com. Charlton Hawkins, send me a picture. I need some inspiration for my future projects. In the UK, so I have no idea what those scooters are that you're talking about. Oh yeah, so some cities here in the United States have these companies, Bird and Lime, that are just dumping hundreds of these like scooters on streets, and they're charged, and then you put your credit card, you get an app, and then you pay $1, and then you get to ride them around. And then once they discharge, you just leave them in the street, right? You just park it somewhere where it's out of the way, supposedly, and then someone gets paid to go and looking for them, and then they pick them up, and they charge them, and then they get paid to go and put them back, you know, in strategic locations, right? In the same place, so that like if you get up the next day and you need that scooter again to get to work, you know where you're gonna find some, You go there, you again grab it, use your credit card, pay it, boom, drive it until the battery dies, and then you park it, or until you reach your destination. So that's the model that's been happening on many cities here. And because they're out there in the street, a lot of people are grabbing them, and a lot of people are. I talked to a guy that is picking up like 500 of them, right? And he's not just stealing them out of the street. He's actually picking them up from some private property, right? This company didn't ask permission from the owner, so they're like, we're going to dump them here. And then the owner's like, I don't want them here. Dump them. Put them in this trash can. He was going to get like a dumpster and throw them there. And he's like, no, let me grab them. So he takes them. And then he's been trying to negotiate with the companies, the scooter companies, to get them back to him. But he says they won't. They have no interest. It's like weird. Like they don't care, right? So, I think there's a lot of people that are doing that. And I think there's a lot of people that are stealing them off of the streets. And, there's no repercussions right now. Somehow the companies are not looking for them. But I think eventually it's going to be a thing. Like, I think eventually it will be like, hey, there's millions of dollars of this stuff stolen. Who's involved? Who's picking them up? Who's taking them apart? Who's selling all these parts, right? They're going to go after all these people. So all I know is that I don't want to be involved in that. So that's the weird thing. But those are the scooters that we're talking about. They're little scooters. They're everywhere. There's some cities that are just completely taken over by them and stuff. And that's where we're at. GeoTrio, look in YouTube for DIY 60 spot welder. I saw one made with 12 volt car battery and a solenoid. Yeah, you can do them quite well. A lot of people are building them for some reason right now. All the batteries I bought, he will buy them back for the same price I purchased them for. Let's see. Remember when I was a kid, I had this little dynamo that I attached to the frame of the bike, and I had a little wheel that rolled with the tire, and as I was rolling, generated enough electricity for the light. Yeah, you could do that. Any Canadian sources for bulk 18650s? They come up every once in a while, but they don't last very long, I don't think. I bought all these cells for the price of lithium, $1.2 per pound. Wow. Average, wait, what's going on here? Oh my God. Average bird scooter takes about 350 watt hours, which is about 30 amp hours out of a 12 volt inverter. There you go. Yeah, so, yeah, 2600, yeah, I mean 26, so it's 30 cells. 350 watt hours? No, that can't be, is it? So each 2600 milliamp hour cell is like 10 watt hours, and there's like 40 of those cells in some of those batteries. So yeah, you're talking, yeah, okay, so 350, 400, yeah. Yeah, it's just 350 or probably closer to 400. Let's see. Lime scooters have blue Panasonic cells. Confirm. There you go. So now, well, not all of them, right? I think some of them have the purple ones, and some of them have the gray ones. Yeah, the guy sent me pictures. The guy that worked for Lime, he sent me pictures, and yeah, they were the Panasonic ones. Oh, the Panasonic and the purple LGs, yeah. I'm making a battery pack with different batteries, some lithium ion, some lithium polymer. What is better, that each battery have its module for charging or a battery management system? Probably a battery management system. But also, if you build the battery right so that it's matched, then you won't make the BMS work really hard, so which is going to be more effective. So I guess both. In that case, is both. Let's see. Another question. They must be getting insurance money. So like it's weird because I think they're getting way too much like investment money. Because they're being like, I think it's big companies, right? It's like Uber's investing and Lyft is investing, and who's the other one that I heard? Amazon? Probably like some crazy like that, some big company, right? So yeah, it's insurance now, but soon they will crack down. Is there a way to test battery capacity easily? Yes, get one of these little chargers that we get. Go to the kit.com/Jehu. I have a kit that is just about chargers. There's the Lidocala one, and then there's the other one. Yeah, they're really easy. You just pop them in. You put like normal, program thing, and it'll charge it, discharge it, and then measure the capacity. And it's cheap. I think I have right now a link in our group buy that you can get for like $17 or whatever for a 4-bay charger. So yeah, they're really inexpensive at this point. Can you make e-bike or scooters with mobile phone batteries? Yes, you can. Those mobile phone batteries are actually pretty good. They have a lot of capacity. They have a lot of energy density, and they're LiPo cells, so they can push out like quite a bit of amperage. You'll have to remove the individual like BMS, but you can totally do it. So charging homemade 12-volt lithium 1000 amp battery is done. How? Charging homemade 12-volt lithium. Well, I mean, all kinds. You can just use a little charger off the wall, or you can use, a solar charge controller. I mean, yeah, there's all kinds of ways that you can do. Depends how do you want to charge them. Do your PCBs have replaceable fuses on board, or could they support resettable fuses? Yes, they could support resettable fuses. I've seen several people at least one person that has shared pictures of them using resettable fuses. So it can be done. I will share that on the final video. I'll leave the picture so you guys can see them. Hello, I wrote you recently about batteries for 96-volt electric cars. Can you help me with these? Maybe. I'm not sure. Lime scooters have the blue Panasonic cells. Oh, there you go. Yes, there are a lot of those blue Panasonic cells. Oh wait, blue? No, there's no blue Panasonic. There's is there? Oh, maybe there are. I don't know. I don't know of any blue Panasonic cells. I know there's like blue LGs and then like light blue Chinese ones. Good evening. Is it possible to make a power wall with battery cells that are between 1100 and 1500 milliamp hours? Yes, you totally can. If they're not way too degraded, but you can. Yeah, the power wall doesn't care what size your batteries are. My one wheel had a MIDI port. Yeah, it's that same. That's that same connector that they use, right? Is that for charging, right? What is the affordable way to build a 3,000 watt power wall? What is the affordable way? Well, there's a bunch of them. I mean, yeah, there's a bunch of them. Depends. I mean, you can go so many ways. You can do, 3,000 watts. It's you just have to get a 3,000 watt inverter. So I have a 3,000 watt inverter here. It looks like this. Look at this guy. So, hey, I don't know how good this is. I don't know how reliable it is because it's kind of cheap. I think this is like $200. and it just ended up being too big for the one project that I wanted to use it for, so I ended up getting a smaller one. But this is 3,000 watts supposedly, and it's a 24 volts, so that means you can get, you know, I don't know, you can get a 50 of these PCBs, things that I'm selling with the batteries, and then that's one way you can get, it's 24 volts. Yeah, they won't work that well with the Tesla modules. You can get Fiat batteries, or you can just make your own batteries, right? Or you off of, like, you know, soldering stuff. So yeah, there's all kinds of ways. There's all kinds of ways to go about it. There's no one way that is the best way. Okay, bought a home EV conversion with bad lead acid batteries for $700. It's got a net gain impulse 9 DC motor, 400 amp Curtis controller, and all the other parts needed to drive. I just have to finish my 18650 pack now. Oh, there you go. $700. Well, you got a deal right there. That's you know, that's a lot of equipment for $700. It's not rare to find those projects. A lot of people start them, and they you know, they're not capable, or, you know, they don't realize how much work it is to build a car or convert a car, and then midway through it, they just kind of give up, and then they like, yeah, I don't want to sell, and then they sell it for almost nothing, right? Shouldn't you have all the batteries with round the same voltage in a pack? I don't know what that means. All lithium batteries are the same voltage. You're saying, they change voltage depending on their state of charge, right? 10% state of charge, it's going to be slightly different than, 90% state of charge. But I don't understand, those. Yeah. Please answer, says Mafia Boss. I don't know what your question is, Mafia Boss. Sorry. This message is held for review. Oh my god, it just jumped again. What is this? The cord. Oh, here we go. Tim Thorson. Yeah, so he shared a video to make a DIY microwave hack to make a tab welder. Nice Telecaster. That's resistance matter. Can I use different types of cells that have different types of resistance as long as they are in the same range of amp hours? No, that's not about the amp hours. Well, it's about the amp hour in the group. So if you're pairing a bunch of them in parallel and you're making several groups and then connecting those in series, all the groups have to be similar. They have to be able to hold about the same amount of energy, right? The capacity, and then there should be close enough, like being able to push energy in and out. So as long as they're matched, you'll be fine. If they're mismatched, too far off, then there'll be a lot of problems. Can I make a power long with I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what that means. Sorry. Yes, you can use any cells as long as they work. So how can I get LiFePO4 battery from India, from abroad? 38 120 cells. Well, that's going to be a tough one because you're way too far, and shipping is really expensive. So, and it's complicated because, you need to pay for like a plane that's only cargo, and yeah, it's a whole mess. The answer is I don't know. I don't really know how to get those batteries. Look at West.Tech Guy's YouTube for an inverter and info, and shows the different low and high frequencies. It's very helpful. Yeah, I think I've seen that video. That's quite large for a 3,000 watt inverter, is it not? I thought so. I was like, holy crap, that thing is massive. But 3,000 watts is quite a bit. The other thing is that this is not a transformer base inverter. So it's really light. So Yeah, you can get. Yeah, that's the main difference. The low frequency inverters are heavy because they have a big giant, transformer. So this one's all switching and stuff. AJ, I sent the email through. Okay, thank you, Charlton. Anyone bought the scooter from Momo Lucky on Facebook? It was driving for 10,000 miles, but then the guy that built it sold it to a guy who sold it to a guy who sold it to me. Oh man, so okay, so it's proven. It's proven good. And now you got something that just needs a new battery. There you go. That's a deal, man. Can you share what Black Friday deal you will have? If not, when will you share those deals you will have? Well, for Black Friday, right? Hopefully, I think maybe sooner than Thursday. Maybe not too late. Yeah, I'm going to try to do it so it's quicker, right? What's today? Monday? Yes. So maybe tomorrow I'm going to upload that video with the thing. And then Wednesday, we kind of go and take pictures and secure all those batteries that from EV West, and then Wednesday night I have to come, rush back home, and then start working on that video on the the Black Friday video. Yeah, and all the deals that I want to share with you guys. So it's gonna be a tough one. This week is going to be a busy one. Have you considered bigger air-filled tires for your all-wheel drive off-road skateboard? It will give you more speed. I haven't. I mean, I know that that's one way to do it. I just don't know how to do it. Do they exist that you can do it, or you have to just do like some special hack? Because remember, I want to make projects that people can recreate, right? I can just make some. I know how to make custom stuff, right? Like, I know how to design parts and have them custom milled and stuff, right? But this is expensive, right? Like really expensive. This is probably, this is $1,000 like, part or product. But because I order, enough parts to make like 300 of them, then, it was only like $50 or $60 or something. I was trying to sell them for 100, but there's not enough interest, so I just kind of gave up. I lost a bunch of money. I shipped a bunch of them to customers. I think I still owe some customers, some of them. And yeah, I'm just basically shipping them at a loss. It's costing me like $50 per unit to ship them out to these customers. But anyways, yeah, even though I know how to make it happen, I'm looking for like an easy way, something that doesn't cost a bunch of money. Like if there is some wheels that I can attach to the current wheels that when someone offers, then yeah, that's the way to go. I would want to explore that one. But through some custom thing, nah. Did you buy some of those LG 18650 battery packs for modems that you have to split apart from eBay 2200s? They are new in package, 120 for 100 cells. Yeah, I have a few of those here. I made a video showing how to open them and stuff, I think, once. Checking from Jamaica, you made me fall in love with batteries. What? That's crazy. From Sweden, got my first 1,000 laptop cells the other day, going out to recycling center again today. Thanks for the ideas. Hey, pretty good. Hope you have fun. That pure sine wave swells. What is the highest milliamp hour battery we can use on your PCBs? There isn't such a thing. So the highest capacity battery you can use is the highest capacity battery you can get. So 18650s, right? They're around the 3600 milliamp hours. So that's right now the limit, right? Of course, the PCBs, you can load them, you know, on both sides. So you can put one set of batteries on this side, and you can put another set of batteries on that side. So when you do that, then of course that doubles the capacity, right? But you know, but not really. Each cell is, you know, is going to be the same size. Yeah. So here's one that has double-sided cells. I'm using 40 millimeter standoffs, you know, and they have a little bit of gap there, but yeah, that's the way. And this is the first version that had those connectors. We changed that. Yeah, this is a nice little pack. Nice little pack. Oh, just wondering if those modem packs would be a good purchase. Yeah, I think those are a good purchase, right? What is the price right now? $120. Yeah, so $1.20 per cell. That's not shabby. They're brand new cells. It doesn't take a lot of work to crack them open, and you know, they're like, yeah, brand new cells, you know, so you're gonna get good stuff. Let's see, just wondering if those modem oh yeah, so I read that one. What model? Oh my god, it jumped. What model is that inverter? As above, is it pure sine wave? What is the model number? So this one is that Giandel? You can find it on Amazon, and it's the 24 volt model PM-3000 KSC. PM-3000 KSC. Giandel. Search that on Amazon, and then yeah. In fact, you know, maybe if you're gonna buy one, use my link. Use my link. Let's see here. Amazon. All I have to do is look at my orders here. There we go. Here we go. Where are we? Oh, that reminds me. I gotta buy some food. So that's the 2,000. The food for the dogs. That's what I mean. So here's the 3,000 one. It's $289. So it's not super cheap, but it's not super expensive for $3,000 for 3,000 watts, right? It's not bad. It's not too shabby. There we go. Here's the link. Use my link. Kung Fu. I bought 700 of those modem Sanyo cells. There you go. Wow, 700 cells. Oh, 700 cells. Funny that tripod looks like the one Joe Ben Vievert invented, except his has made out of line lock coolant. Oh, the line lock coolant TV ball thingies. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that I saw a video where someone made a light stand using those line lock coolant things, and I was like, oh, maybe I should make something with those. Those are really cool. But no, this one's much, this is custom made, aluminum parts. This is like, yeah, this is legit. You know what I mean? Like, by the way, 2 years I've been using these ones and haven't skipped a beat, right? The reason why I'm using these, or I made these, because I got tired of the other ones just breaking. They're like cheap plastic things. I put my $3,000 camera on there, and I'm like, God, this $10 tripod is gonna kill my camera. So I made one that's made properly, or whatever. I don't know, probably. Are you still upgrading your Sama battery? Yes, that is the plan. I just, I didn't think I was gonna set up this whole web store and start doing pre-orders and selling PCV kits and importing Chinese batteries. That sort of just came out of nowhere. I don't really plan too much. I just do, when the opportunity presents itself and, it feels right, then we just go for it. So, Yeah, the plan was to start that now, like sooner rather than later. But then this project kind of got in the way. There's a lot of people that are interested. There's a lot of people that are actually trying to throw money at me and stuff. And I'm like, it's not ready yet. Let me test it. Let me get it figured all out, and then and we'll take it from there. But they're like, no, let's do this. And so, yeah, I think it's gonna be big. I think a lot of people are gonna buy it. I think it's gonna help a ton of people. So, but I got to do it right. So that kind of got in the way of the samba, but the samba's happening. It's just they're above 2200, says Greg Yohn. Any tips on building a small power wall? Yeah, I wouldn't even know what to tell you. Like, use good batteries. Use PCBs? I don't know. I guess I'm kind of biased there. But it's a great way to make a power wall, and it'll look good. Put it in a metal box and put it in the wall. I don't see enough power walls being put on boxes in the wall, right? Where they're out of the way, where they don't look like some kind of like science experiment. Look, there's nothing wrong about that, right? But we need to move past that point. We need to move where now they're like legit batteries, not just like these weird like battery constructions, experiments in our garage. Like those are good. They look great. They're appealing to us because we're batteries. Oh my God, look at all the cells. But if we want everyone to have these, if we want to make an impact, at least me, that's my motivation. That's my thing. I want to have every single solar installation in California have a battery in their garage, a storage battery unit, right? So in order to do that, they have to become legit, pieces of equipment that can be installed, can be inspected, can be approved by cities, and they can be connected to the grid. So I don't know, maybe that's a bit too ambitious, but maybe not. Maybe it's totally doable, and we just need to do it. You know what I mean? Like, and so if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. So yeah, make it look legit. Make it look like something that you bought. What is the basic inverter capacity that can be used in solar generator or power storage box? Yeah, I don't know what that means. Sorry, I don't understand that question. There is no, what is the basic inverter capacity? Yeah, I don't know. Any tips on being awesome? No, I need some. Because apparently I'm terrible according to some people in the internet. Have you seen any cells diameter 66 millimeters and 160? No, but they probably do exist. They come in all kinds of shapes. Wow, this video is like really laggy. Are you kidding me? I'm just looking at myself, showing you guys the oh my God, showing you the wow, yeah, this thing. Like, why is it super laggy? It was like 2 hours ago. Let's see. Ooh, we have some kind of thing. Who's sending messages? Oh, international shipping. Oh, what is this? Oh, there we go. So there we go, guys. For all the international shipping on if you're looking to buy Tom's batteries or whatever, he just sent me a list of all the shipping, international shipping costs. So there's a breakdown there. So there we go. You can give you an idea if you're outside of the United States, how much it would cost you to buy batteries from Tom, right? Yeah, that should be useful for you guys. Let's see here. I finally got together for international shipping. Now I have to apply all that crap to eBay. Whew. yeah, Tom is working really hard right now to get all that stuff settled in and stuff. I don't know what kind of deal. Let me ask Tom if he's gonna have deals. Are you going to have Black Friday deals? Question mark. Bam. Let's see what he says. I think Joby is Joe Ben's company. Oh, really? Oh, yeah. No, I use Joby. So you're saying Joby came out of he invented that? What? Of course it would make sense. Joby, Joe Benz. Okay, that would make sense. Totally. So I used to use that, and yeah, it's terrible. I mean, it's expensive. It's about $150, and then you have them, and then the little plastic things, they just, you know, they get old and they get loose or whatever, and then yeah. For the tested cells, like 40% off or something. Wow. Like a Modem Madness deal. There you go. So I might include some Tom's deals for Black Fridays. Tom's Black Friday deals. He says he might do something like really generous, like 40% off or something. Okay, don't hold me to that. I think that's just an idea there. I don't even know if he knows that I'm sharing this with you, but you know, if he doesn't, don't kill me. Don't hold me to that. That's just what he said. So what is? I'm just wondering if it's going to be okay if write, mix, and match. Sorry, I'm still really new at this, and I'm trying to figure this out. Okay. What are the price of batteries in Jamaica? Use new battery. Use new batteries. Maybe I need to make a guide class on how to make power walls look good. Maybe we need to make them look good, legit, not good, legit. They need to look legit, like a legitimate piece of equipment. Do you follow Tesla, Elon? Are you excited? What company is making money now and we be pumping batteries? Yeah. Joby is making a cool electric airplane in a quarry in Bonnie Doon. I have seen their batteries. What? What is that? Take the high road. Are you kidding me? This is the Joby, the tripod company? About it's getting blah, blah, over 1 hour a day in traffic. The next phase at Joby, you might new Joby Aviation's a pioneer. Past projects, join us, postings. Wow. Okay, so they don't actually show the thing. For a number of years, we performed important aerodynamics work with NASA and others on projects such as Leap Tech. So this is not the same company, right? It's not Joby. I mean it's Joby, but and then it's got the little dots like it's a tripod. No, it's Joby Aviation. Okay, yeah, it's not the same company out there. 18650 Crazy says, are there any specific solar charge controllers for lithium? There are a few of them. Oh my god, my camera is about to run out of battery. Let me take a little quick break to change the battery. So you want to build a DIY power wall. I'll show you how to do one. Using these as batteries and these as your inverter, you can build a small DIY power wall. Let's get going. Let's talk about the EV West M3.
I'm Michael Breen with EV West, and 7 years ago we started our little electric car speed shop so we could help people make classic cars go faster. At the time we were looking around for venues and there wasn't a lot available to electric cars, and we came across Pikes Peak and they actually had a class. And we ended up building the car, purpose-built for Pikes Peak. We ran the race in 2012. We ended up setting a record for the fastest street-legal electric car to go up the hill.
Now the car that Michael is talking about is the famous M3.
342 horsepower and 850.4 pound-feet of torque.
A few years later, I saw it. This is a test of a Litocala branded LG HG2 cell. According to the spec sheet, this cell can do a maximum of 20 amp continuous and shouldn't go above 75 degrees Celsius in temperature. And just like that, with that little crack, the cell is damaged beyond repair. At 15 amp load, the cell reached a maximum temperature of 100 degrees Celsius, at which point the CID was triggered and now the battery is open circuit. So that's how you kill a fake LG HG2 branded Litocala cells. Some 100 kilometers south of the border, there exists a place.
This is what's known as La Bufadora. It's a place where the water comes out. It's a blowhole. And let's sit around and watch the water come out here.
I think I'm gonna get wet.
Was La Bufadora all that it's cracked up to be? Or
Yes.
were you impressed?
I was splashed. Watch us, that big splash.
Yeah, I was like 7 years old last time I was
I'm allergic to birds.
Alright, so I just arrived in Manhattan. My allergies are killing me. You see, oh my god, I feel like crap. But it's early. A few other members anchor bolts, yeah. And they call those walls slurry walls. Crystal's covered up like it was sandy.
I'm cold.
Today I'm gonna show you how to build this electric skateboard.
All right, there we go. Yeah, I can't figure out how to take out all the inlays, whatever. Whatever. So, where were we before our battery was going to die? This camera is so... What do you think it is? Maybe I could fix the battery thing, but you know. What happened to Jehu Group Buy? Yeah, we're getting ready to. The batteries are about to be released. They're in the San Francisco. What is it? The San Francisco Customs Office. So yeah, they're gonna be released any day now. Batch 2 is also on their way. Hopefully, they're not gonna be stuck at customs. And those will be either on time or before you know they're due or whatever. So should be pretty good. I read one over here. What did he say? Someone said about a tool. Oh, I have an idea to make a CID reset tool, but lack the parts to make it. That's interesting. You could make a tool, I guess. Like, I mean, it's a little one, right? Like something that you can stick there and then just like push it. It's like a little L thing. You just be like. Now the bigger question is, why would you want to do that, or why would you want to risk that, right? Like something happened to that cell. She got so hot that the CID was triggered. So. Maybe not. Maybe nothing happened to the cell. Maybe it worked so good that it protected the cell. And if you reset it, then, you know, well, it's not going to be as safe because then that tool is no longer active, right? So if again something like that happens and it gets that hot, then that tool won't be there to disconnect the cell. And so it might actually, I don't know. So it's less safe, right? And then, yeah, there's less safe because that safety feature won't exist anymore, or it's no longer working. Because when you bend it or whatever, it's only made to like bend once, and then if you stick something in there. So I don't know. It's yeah, I don't know. That's like gambling right there. You want to take the risk. I don't think it's worth it. You were talking about converting a scooter. I was? I don't think I was. Was I? Welcome back. I'm still using a bank of lead acid batteries for the time being. Lithium seems like it needs more time to mature. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's definitely not for the faint of heart. I think it requires a lot of money out of your, you know, the user or whatever, or it requires a lot of work or knowledge. Yeah, it's not super easy. It's not like, definitely is not as easy as grabbing some lead acid batteries and bolting them together and then just forget about them, right? Although I don't think you can do that with lead acids either. It's quite a bit of maintenance that you need on those too. You gotta check the water level, check the acid. You gotta vent them correctly, right? Because they'll create some poisonous gas. Yeah, you know. Let's see. Would my best bet be the kinetic battery? Thanks so much. So what's the kinetic battery? Can I try and chart cells that are lower than 1.5 volts? Just keep an eye on the heat produced. Whoa, 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 whoa. Bruce. Yes. He got operated not too long ago from the back leg, so I can't let him jump anywhere. So I gotta pick him up. So you could lower the 1.5. It's just, if they haven't spent too much time down there in those low voltages, you'll be fine. If they didn't get there like too fast or too drastically, you know, if they slowly got down there, then they'll be fine. But yeah, you just have to keep an eye on them because they might be damaged, right? They might have some plating on the cathode, and then the cells are not gonna be, you know, as useful as they used to be. Yeah, it might not be worth to keep them. You know, it might be too damaged or whatever. So, all right. Well, it looks like we're out of questions here. Are we live? Yes, we're live. So 8:35. How long have we been on? 2 hours. Okay. 2 hours. So yeah, I think we're gonna cut it here. I think you guys did great. I think I got everything out that I needed to get. I needed to get to you guys, all of you guys who order batteries from my website, that it's happening, that we're getting them here. They're on their way. The PCBs are on their way to both sides, on development and whoever's purchased stuff from us. At this point, still a lot more people have bought directly from China, so you guys are already getting the PCBs and you're building your batteries and stuff. Do post. Remember, post in our Facebook group. Here we go. If you're not a member of a Facebook group, go join our Facebook group. If you want to buy batteries, and if you're gonna have money for Black Friday, and you want to see some sales, some stuff at cheap prices, go to jayhusgroupbuy.com. Deal map 11:36 a.m. on the 20th. Yeah, man, you're ahead of us by a few hours. What else? That's it, right? Yeah, that's it. Stay tuned for the video where I show you how to make a better, cheaper. Oh, Tom said that he's gonna have inverters for Black Friday, maybe. He said I might have 220 volt inverters. 220 volt? Is that for split phase or is that for like European markets? I don't know. He says 4,000 watt, maybe like $300. Wow, $300 for a 4,000 watt inverter. 220 though. I don't know what that means. Yeah, so keep an eye on that. I am going to make a video for this thing and then the Black Friday video, and so I'm gonna get as many of the deals that I can find for you guys so that you guys can yeah, have a good Black Friday, Cyber Monday week. Hopefully you guys saved your money. That was my original plan after seeing these videos, but then I seen the 38 120s and figure could super cap them. I have OG wire in the trunk of stereo for battery, then under the hood caps. First beer of the day from Thailand. You're already drinking beer. Stumble upon you, but we'll definitely start following you on Facebook and we'll see. All right, Steve. Greetings from Brazil. I want that inverter. A video on converting a scooter to electric would be great. So like a regular scooter, like a non-electric scooter into an electric scooter? Yeah, I thought about that. I wanted to make one. And then also an e-bike, right? By the way, I was at the Super 73 e-bike like factory or offices or whatever, and it was super weird. They're like all locked up and they have a thing on the front that says like, hey, we're super famous and popular right now. We don't really have time to you know, say hi to you. So it said don't take too much of our time, but it's locked. Like they wouldn't open the door and we called and nobody would answer. It's kind of weird. So that was a weird experience or whatever the last couple days. Anyways, thank you everyone for all your support. Thank you for thank you for watching me ramble on about stuff and batteries and stuff. It's kind of weird. You guys need a life. You guys need to get a life. We'll see you guys in the next videos. All right. Yeah. Keep building those projects and keep sharing them with me. We need. I need to be inspired by all your projects, what you guys are doing, all your battery packs and stuff. So, till next video, we'll see you. Have a good night. Main screen. There. So you want to build a DIY Powerwall. I'll show you how to do one. Using these as batteries and these as your inverter, you can build a small DIY Powerwall. Let's get going. Let's talk about the EV West M3.
I'm Michael Bream with EV West, and 7 years ago we started our little electric car speed shop so we could help people make classic cars go faster. At the time we were looking around for venues and there wasn't a lot available to electric cars, and we came across Pikes Peak and they actually had a class. And we ended up building the car, purpose-built for Pikes Peak. We ran the race in 2012. We ended up setting a record for the fastest street-legal electric car to go up the hill.
Now the car that Michael is talking about is the famous M3.
342 horsepower and 850.4 pound-feet of torque.
A few years later, I saw it. This is a test of a Litocala branded LG HG2 cell. According to the spec sheet, This cell can do a maximum of 20 amp continuous and shouldn't go above 75 degrees Celsius in temperature. And just like that, with that little crack, the cell is damaged beyond repair. At 15 amp load, this cell reached a maximum temperature of 100 degrees Celsius, at which point the CID was triggered and now the battery is open circuit. So that's how you kill a fake LG HG2 branded Lido color cells.